Hello OSA, Taras here, another episode of our running series, What is a Fish? And unfortunately today we're continuing our deep dive into the world of cichlids. And this will be the second part of our South American cichlid series. So last time we covered the two subfamilies slash tribes, we're calling them subfamilies right now, of the Cyclosomoninae, so those are like the green terrors, and the Huroninae, so that was all your angelfish, your sevrums, your discus. Today, we're going to be traveling further down the Amazon basin, where those other two families kind of cut off at the northern part of the Amazon. This family, the Astronidae, or the Oscars, they evolved inside the actual internal basin. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, only two species, Astronid ocellatus and then its sister species, are the only ones that survived. Even though they are the only two survivors of their tribe or their subfamily, this species in this family, subfamily, has been extremely successful, especially since being discovered by humans. When it was initially discovered, it was immediately sent into the pet trade. So people have been keeping Oscars as far back as the early 1800s, and there's a reason. They are relatively tolerant of most environmental conditions. They're really awesome feeders. They have great personalities. They have the ability to recognize you, so that when you come home, your Oscar will actually recognize that you're trying to feed it. So they're absolutely fantastic, personable fish. The only issue being is that they do get a little bit too big for most home aquaria. You really will have to have a 200+ gallon just to keep really one Oscar growing to its full capacity. So these guys, very popular in the aquarium industry, but of course that had its drawbacks. Because people liked their Oscars so much, they were befuddled. Instead of killing their Oscar when it got too big to house it at home or in their bathtub, they would release it into neighborhood ponds and rivers. And up here in the north, your Oscars, being a South American cichlid, will die, but in Southeast Asia and in Africa and in Florida and in Central America, all these places where they're not supposed to be, these guys thrived and became a new sub-apex predator of many fish, pond, lake, and stream ecosystems. I myself was able to see quite a few just buzzing around in the Florida Everglades and in the drainage canal south of Miami, and they are extremely aggressive and can be caught on hook and line. There are some severe ramifications for releasing some of these cichlid species. What has been done, and for that reason, the Oscars are now spread throughout the world and are embraced not only as an ornamental species, with several color morphs being the longfin, albinos, and other color morphs being widely available, but they've also become an important food species in many countries, including Southeast Asia, where they are considered a delicacy. Despite having humble beginnings, one of the few survivors of its kind, the Oscar is now here to stay in pretty much every tropical freshwater body in the world. And if you're trying to get a nice, charismatic monster tank going and you want a fish that's not too aggressive but will hold its own, I highly suggest the Oscar. If you have the setup to support it, they're a great personable fish and in time may end up becoming part of your family.